Today, I'm going to teach you two things that will move the needle extremely, like this two things, or it's actually one thing, but it's two things in one. I meet in a lot of my clients, and I meet people, and I see that this is mostly in empaths and highly sensitive people. And this problem is for us to really see our power and understand that we have so much to give, that we can create anything we want, and we can manifest anything in our life, and we can get anything we want, and we can do anything we want. But if these 2/1 thing is not there, I know, because I'm also a highly sensitive person, I also been struggling with this. This will fuck up everything in your life, and you have no idea how bad it can get. This will, if you don't do this, these 2/1 thing, if you don't do this, you will get drained, you will not go anywhere, and basically you feel horrible, and you would really, it's like you're in mud. It's like you're not coming anywhere. It's like you're stuck. And I will teach you exactly what it is. It seems very simple when I say it, but when you hear it, you're like, ooh, shit, should I do that? Yeah, stick around. So we start with the first thing. This is about putting yourself first. This is about putting you, choosing you in your life. And what do I mean with choosing you? Don't we all do that? No. A lot of us highly sensitive empaths, people, or also high sensational seeking people, we can talk about it another time. But we don't choose ourselves first because we are scared, and we feel that maybe we feel alienated, or there's something wrong with us, or we feel that we're not like everyone else, and we make ourselves smaller. So this thing with choosing ourselves, it means that you gotta put your wants and your needs first. That is choosing yourself. When you put your wants and needs first, instead of putting everyone else's wants and needs first, because you do that maybe all the time, you've been trained by your surrounding, maybe your parent, subconsciously. Then maybe they haven't told you, like, put everyone else first. This is a very codependent pattern, and it is in a lot of us. So when we really understand that if we want the things in our life, we gotta put ourselves first. We gotta put our wants and needs first. We've been neglecting ourselves because we have had parents that wanted to put themselves first. So we found a coping mechanism to basically survive, to put everyone else's first. And then it told ourselves that we are not important as who we are. And when we believe that we are not important, our life is like, I can remember, and sometimes I even get, this is like in a pattern. It's a pattern that we need to break. Sometimes I also like, shit, because I put my parents first, and I needed to take care of them very early in life, and I really needed to be the grown up really early, and I needed to put their needs first because they were not able to take care of themselves emotionally. So me as a child, and maybe you, found out if we just start to please our parents, and we start to put their needs first, and we start to take care of them, we then get the love and appreciation and affection that we actually need as a child. Because they were not able to give it to us unless we actually gave it for them in return. And that made us believe that we need to trade things. It's not unconditional. We needed to give you something so you can give me something. And this is a horrible way to actually go around in life. Things should be unconditional, and you should give it unconditional without any terms or labels of what I have to perform or do or please to so I can fulfill my own needs. Because as a child, we are in need of our parents. Like, we can't survive without them. So we had to find a way. When we were grown up, like we're right now, it's okay. We can sort ourselves out, but as a child, we cannot. So this thing with putting our wants and needs, which is basically one thing in, or two things in one, what do you really want to do? And what are your needs? When you really start to observe that in your own body and start to dig into that, first, it will probably go to a point where, you know what, I don't even know what I want to do. Or like, what is my needs? And that is totally okay. It took me a couple of years to go through that thing. But when you find out what you want, what you're good at, what you need, you have to go and give yourself that before anything else. And that should be a point where you keep giving yourself that until you feel that, you know what, I'm ready to conquer the world now. If it takes you 1 year, if it takes you 2, 3, 4, 5, it does not matter. If you're like me, I'm 35. Shit, I'm 35. I'm 35 and I needed at least minimum 3 years. I'm still working on it. But now I feel that, you know, it's getting better. I kind of know my wants and needs, but I'm still learning. It's not that you kind of like, okay, now I got it. I figured it out. No, it's an ongoing thing that always goes on, and the needs and wants change. They kind of like vary. In the beginning, I remember I have been so hard towards myself. And this is after I did ayahuasca, by the way. There's another video. I will link it down in the description about when I took ayahuasca, what happened. I've been so hard on myself, and I put everyone's needs in front of my own, that I forgot completely what I actually wanted in my heart. And my soul was screaming at me like, Michael, please stop this. Please stop this, whatever you're doing, and go do your own thing. Live your life the way you want to live it. And I remember it was hard because I was so addicted to people's attention I got from like pleasing people and like putting everyone else's needs first, that it was hard to abandon that. Because where am I gonna get this like bread crumbles from? Like I gave so much and I got nothing back, basically. I got a little bit, and that thing I was so addicted to. So these days, it's just so different. I want you to comment down below if you're watching this, like, what are you going to do to put your wants and needs first? What is the thing that you're going to do to start that journey with yourself and like give yourself that time? Or I don't know, you know what? One thing that I did, just to give you a perspective of what the human psyche does or can do, when I came to a place where I maybe paid for it, like let's say I go to a Tony Robbins event, I'd love to do those, and I paid maybe $10,000 to get there, and the food was included. Maybe I did a detox of X amount of days. I remember I didn't take that much of food because it was a buffet. So all the buffets I went to, I kind of like, I'm not going to have that much. Because in my mind, I believed that I was not worthy of the food, of the free food. Or like, I paid for the food. But in my mind, it was like, oh, it's free. Maybe I shouldn't take that much. Because that's not what I thought I was worth. My needs, and this is a basic need, food, right? Food is a basic need. I was not worthy of this food if I got it for free. I had hard to receive in this special thing, food. And I remember when I did ayahuasca, I gained another perspective on myself and what I needed and my wants and my needs. And all of a sudden, I remember I came back to Sweden from Peru, and I went straight into the Ica, where you buy food, and I bought chocolate, and I bought chips, and I bought food, and I bought all this, and I just ate like crazy. And such a, like, this is the way you give yourself back. Now I had this, maybe you don't have this thing, but I just needed to, like, eat the right foods for what my body was not maybe the best, but like, I hadn't had chocolate and chips in maybe very long time because I was so hard on myself. And this was kind of like giving the things that I wanted and the food that I needed. Like, I just gave back to myself. I don't give a shit if maybe it's not super healthy right now. I'm gonna have it because I want it, and I'm gonna enjoy it when I eat it. So this is like an example of what could change in your life when you start to put your wants and needs first. I want you to try it out, and I want you to let me know what happens, what will shift in your life. I can tell you right now that maybe some people will drop off, because there's some people that feeds off of you when you put your needs on them. When you put your wants and needs on the side, and you start to make sure that they get their needs fulfilled, and you kind of like put your own on your side, they're gonna disappear, because all of a sudden you're like, oh, Michael is not giving me my needs fulfilled. Then I don't want him. Then I don't like, I just want him because he is fulfilling my needs and my wants. And maybe I'm not really interested in fulfilling that person's needs and wants, because that person is not really giving back, or maybe just give a little bit back. But I did it because I wanted the attention, or I wanted the whatever that the person gave me. And I settle for less. I settle for small stuff. These days, I'm very quick of telling someone to leave, because if it's not mutual, where we give each other just as much, it's adios. I could never have done that in the past. And maybe this is hard for you too when you go through this thing, and it's hard to leave them, but just trust and believe. When you take something out, something better will come in. And give it a little bit of time. Even spend your time with yourself could be a really good thing. Stay with yourself and see what will happen when you do this. Okay, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. Please subscribe and comment down below. I want to text with you. So see you in the next video, guys.